We're gonna cut a bunch of pieces out, and you want them anywhere 6 inches wide, 3 inches wide. And we're gonna do a dry fit first, and we'll show you what that looks like. But the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut up lots of strips here, and we're gonna use those for our garden undead scary monster. I use red solo cup about up to this line when I fill it up of the Portland cement, and then I throw it in there on top. And then we're gonna add water, and we're gonna make it watery. We're gonna add a little water to it. And in most circumstances, that would be way too much water. But we want concrete to be watery in our mixture. I gotta pull the phone out of the way so I can see what I'm doing, right? Then I'm not recording what I'm supposed to be. I'm bad at magic. So, there you go, super water in case of this tape. And that it's not thoroughly saturated, so you pull it out. And then if you kind of like open it up over the bucket, watch. See how there's light spots in it?
Yeah.
So you gotta actually keep it open and put it down in there. And then like thoroughly saturate both sides of it. Get it really good. Okay, so you don't want to squeeze it out like that. Okay. You want to pull it along after you get it fully saturated. Okay, so dip it in there and get it fully saturated. And then flip it over and get the other side. There you go. And then what you want to do is you want to hold it by an end and then screed it with your fingers. So just pull it through your fingers. Just hold it up by one corner. And then just take your fingers, just hold it all up by one corner like that, and then take your fingers and screed the whole thing. There you go. Okay, and then fold that over. Okay, and you see how it gets kind of sticky? Now you're gonna put that over your work area right there under your dude. There you go. And then you're gonna work that upwards. Now what we're going to do is that's going to act as our base that kind of covers everything up on there. And that makes sure that our base doesn't poke anybody, adds a little more weight to it. Okay? Okay. And that part's done, and it ain't got to be perfect by no means. Alright, so the next part we're going to do is drape across the arms like I showed you earlier. And don't ball it up when you put it in there. Just kind of keep it flat and saturate both sides of it real good. If you ball it up, you're going to get dry spots and it's not going to work right. And you don't want to...
Just like that.
Yeah, you don't want to squeeze it. You want to screed it off. And that kind of squeeges it all into the little pores in there. When you're doing that, there you go and get the excess off. There you go. Okay, now you're going to take that. And she's going to use this on the arms. And on the arms, what you want to do is utilize all those little needle points that you got on there, because you're going to take it and drape it over. Going from the back. There you go. And you got to come under the arms. Okay, drape it over the top. There you go. Stop just like that. Now go under the arms, drape it under, and use those little needles in there to hold it so you can fold it back over the top of them again. There you go. You see how it just hangs off of there? Now, you probably don't want it that long. So what you'll do is you'll take it and pull it back up here and make big wrinkles that work their way up the arm. So pull all of it back up to the top, right? And then you'll make wrinkles as it comes down, because the wrinkles is what looks cool. And if it's too much hanging off, no worries, we got scissors. We just cut the extra off. But wrinkles is what makes them cool. All those wrinkles everywhere. And this is the part you play with, because this is your actual sculpting. So just like you were playing with Play-Doh or whatever else you're doing, you just want to work with it and play with it and kind of get it. But see, now you start to see, like, that's starting to look like a little creepy arm, right? We'll come back in a minute. See? Got his little hood on him and drape him back. Okay, now I'm going to tell you right now, that looks awesome, but you don't want to do that yet.
Yep, I just figured that out.
Yep, this is the thing. You kind of want to do your outfits dry and then put them in order that you want to put them on.
Okay.
Because the thing is, you got to cover up all of that mesh and then really do your top coat after that.
Okay.
Okay, and just keep going around. And you want to try to get this one not wrinkly because we're trying to cover up all the mesh with this coating. All those stickly needles are going to grab it while you're working with it, and that makes it a little bit of a pain in the butt. But she already has a little toasty guy monster man come together. And he's going to wrap. You're going to wrap it up. You got to start in that top corner right there and wrap it around the midsection and keep it going. Going on around, and then you want to go back over this shoulder when you pull it back around again. Over the arm? Over, just straight over from the front. There you go. See how these are awesome with paper road ring on the front? And then just smear that down real good. Another thing you do, once you get ready and you want it to stay in place, you can get a fingerful of your cement and then rub it down on stuff like that, and it'll be like clay. And it'll hold it there so it won't move. Now, move your hand for a second. Will you stand up by himself?
Nope.
Nope, okay. You will have to put that train on him.
Yep.
So what is this piece? Is this going to be the cape? You don't want to do it yet.
Okay.
You don't?
Okay.
Okay. So what you want to have like something that comes down, right? You can take a little piece and come down and put it back here. But the final one you don't want to do until after you put the head on.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to set this one to dry, but we'll get another one for you to do the head on.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We're still laying on those Palpatine arms. Bam, bam, bam. Put a little Darth Vader head on there. Look, it got Jedi robes on.
He does have a Jedi robe on.
And he has a little cape. Now, you don't want a long cape like that, and she's not there yet. She's not going to leave that cape like that. But really, you only want that cape to be about 2, maybe 2.5 inches long. Because if it's real long, it'll crack and snap off, and then you're going to be all pissed off.
Right now, it's giving a counterbalance.
Yeah. Right now, it's making a counterbalance. So... But she's just going to weigh it off the booty end. And we'll be right back after this. Finger on top to hold that for you. So she's making a counterweight for him because even though we put all that stuff on the bottom of him, he still kind of wants, I want to fall forward. So what she is doing is double and underfolding his cape like this. So it'll be a counterweight out the back and help him stand up. So we're going to move him. You got to hold him? We're going to move him and we're going to put a stick up against him that holds him up level. If you move him to the back corner of the table over there, we'll put a stick on him and that'll hold him level, or even we'll get him out of the way. And I got a really good spot for him I'm looking at right now, and she's gonna be ready to go. This is where we look like so far, and we'll be back in just a minute.
This brings out my perfectionism. Right in your belly. How's that look from the back?
I think it looks pretty good. Does you want to stand it?
Yeah, I just can't get it exactly the way I want it.
That's the neat thing about the cement is it kind of wants to hold its shape. So she's trying to make it look like ripply and all that. And he looks pretty cool.